We're here at Go Long Studios, and we've got the owner here, Kevin Massey, who loves to give me crap, which I'm here today.
Hey, somebody's got to keep you humble, Tim.
Yeah, well, that's a full-time job.
It is.
That
I have learned.
Right.
That I've learned.
It's a full-time. Yeah, that's the number one thing people say about me. You're so humble. I think, by the way, if there was a definition of humble in the dictionary, my picture would be there.
Really?
If there was an award for humble, I think they would name it after me.
After you?
For sure. Modesty, maybe, the Modesty Award. The Tim Soika Modesty Award, I think, would be key.
I didn't know that there was sarcasm associated with any of those.
No.
Great show today, man. Right. Stacy was amazing.
So what did we learn? Like, I thought you had some great points. Like, you learned some things from this meeting.
I did. I liked the fact, one, I mean, with the virtual assistant and how it's growing so rampantly, the use cases that every industry can apply it to. It's about efficiency, man. But one thing that he did say that really, hit home for me.
You literally grabbed me as soon as I came out.
Yes, as an entrepreneur, it's saving, right? You do come from the corporate world's jobs, and everybody has that 401k, or they've at least been, touched with a Roth or whatnot. And so I just think that that's just a great opportunity for us for an episode to pick the brains of the real estate world or any entrepreneur, basically, and what they're doing to prepare for retirement.
Now
because that is one thing people will kick the can down the road, and you wake up and you're 60.
So we're picking up a lot of subscribers quickly. So thank you, great job.
Hey, thank you.
But subscribers, should we do something on how do you retire in real estate?
I would love to hear feedback. I think this segment right here is geared for us to engage with our viewers, and we're here to listen to the viewers and get feedback on what they would like to see in the next episodes. Because
my retirement plan is I'm buying a lot of real estate, but
correct.
There's a guy I think we can bring on. I kind of had him in mind as one of our initial guests, and he's agreed to come on. Mm-hmm. He's one of the most fiscally successful people I know, and he has an exit plan. My wife and I, for instance, we buy storage units. We can talk about that. So
correct.
I think, what's your exit plan for real estate? Because there are no 401ks. There's self-directed IRAs, and I can teach a whole class on self-directed IRAs. Mm-hmm. By the way, self-directed IRAs, is that something as business owners you guys want to learn? It's incredible.
Yes.
I buy storage units through my self-directed IRA.
And there's tax benefits behind that, right?
Absolutely. There's no tax. There's a point. The benefit is you don't pay taxes.
Exactly.
Until you retire and pull it out.
And also, talking
By
about...
the way, accountants, you can let me know if I'm wrong there, but I haven't paid any taxes on anything I'm doing in my self-directed IRA yet.
He just put a damn bullseye on his back, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, no, I think there's multiple tax benefits in real estate, right? The 1031 exchange. Never knew what the opportunity zone took off to, but that was a great concept or idea. But what's really cool is Hines is from Houston. They're one of the biggest ownership groups. They started the first opportunity fund. So pretty cool fun fact, right? But we were also talking about, one of my good friends who's a broker, has been a broker for multiple years. He owns Airbnbs. I think he's up to like 65.
So if you want episodes specifically about what does retirement look like as a real estate agent
and entrepreneur, stop singling me out, Tim.
Right. Just reach out to Kevin and let him know that that's something you want.
Yeah, drop in the comments what you guys would like to see about retirement as far as for entrepreneurs in the real estate space. I think there's ways we could be educated about it too. There's guests that we could have that we maybe not have even shaken hands with.
Yep.
But they will be Tim's friend in about an hour, because I don't think Tim can walk away from a conversation. He can make friends with a mute.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway,
if you're on an elevator with me, we will be friends by the time we're
there. Unless MGMT's playing with the Electric Feel song.
Yeah. By the way, MGMT, we're shouting, MGMT Electric Feel, great song. I'm kind of addicted to that song.
Talking about the vibes.
Can we get any money from MGMT? I doubt it.
I doubt it, but maybe they might let us play their song for free at some point.
Because I love me some MGMT.
It's great. Like you said, you like it when you're running. I like it on the boat. Both of the times, I think, when we're both kind of doing our mental clarity meditation, right?
So besides how we invest, anything else? You said virtual systems. Oh, the other thing you talked about is, are you feeding your database? So I think maybe an episode about databases. It doesn't sound sexy, but
it can be.
But I do 40 to 50 transactions a year just from past clients. And that's all database and feeding your database.
Well, look, I mean, I think those that came from the corporate world, they looked at it as a micromanaging tool.
Right.
if you're an entrepreneur and not using a CRM or some type of database,
You're not an entrepreneur.
correct. You're setting yourself up for failure because you can't keep it all up here. You're moving. You're thinking about many different things because you're wearing so many hats. Correct.
You are.
So a good database is essential to function, in my opinion. And there's so many out there. The one that I use helps me with social media. It helps me follow up. It helps me stay reminded. Also with invoicing and everything, if you can integrate it. So I'm excited about Stacy's episode. I think, there's a lot of opportunity that his sources can, bring to the table.
So we'll address it here. There's a great book by Michael Gerber called The E-Myth. It's a book I talk about a lot, the entrepreneurial myth. And it addresses a little like, you're an entrepreneur until you have a business. You stop calling people entrepreneurs when they have an established business, when their business is making money for them. You're an entrepreneur when you're still making money for yourself. But what's that step when you can move away? So a future guest I'm hoping I get to have is Diane Kink. And I want her to be a guest on the show. And I think she agreed. She basically agreed to do it. But she said, hey, I'm going to be away 6 to 8 weeks to go hang out with my son or daughter. I can't remember.
That's winning right there.
Yeah, that's winning. But that means she has a business. She is no longer an entrepreneur. If you can go out for 6 weeks and your business can run itself,
well,
you have you've moved from entrepreneur to business owner.
Is she not running her business in Utah? She probably is, but she has good systems in place.
It's just,
then, back to
and
the
database is part of that.
The database is part of that. But back to that, this wrist bracelet that I've got on, it's not for my health, my ring for that, but this right here takes notes. It's called the Plowed. And if there's conversations that, again, as an entrepreneur, you're having conversations many per day, I get on a call with you and I want to make sure that, I'm buttoned up for our session today. Well, I hit record and it breaks it down and it categorizes it into notes for me. And it learns and it says, okay, he's talking with Tim, so he's obviously referencing the Tough Talk podcast. Let's go back into here. Let's categorize our notes. Let's dump them into Notion. And then now I've got this catalog that I can basically take what's important and put it into my CRM.
Incredible.
And that's just made my life so much easier. It prevents me from dropping the ball. It prevents me from letting stuff fall through the cracks, because guess what? When stuff falls through the cracks, I don't have anyone to blame but myself as an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. So is systems, again, not sexy, CRMs, client relationship management systems, things like that. Is that something you want us talking about? I think that's
correct, because the stigma was, coming from the corporate world, you're just like, oh, they just want me to enter these notes because once they fire me, they can just walk right in and pick up the ball, keep it rolling. No, it's
correct.
Correct.
Correct. And
however,
correct. And
so if you go in there and as an entrepreneur and you're good at these systems and you apply it without the disdain,
you become a businessman.
Correct.
Or
it's a great use space. And then you can scale because you don't have to sit down and take the time to educate your staff member that you hired, because you are scaling, and educate them about these customers. So you can give them the screenshot, but they have all of that. And they also see how you work, what your workflow is, and what's expected for all the new customers that they onboard.
So what I love about, we use a very basic CRM, and it's older, and we need to use something newer. However, the CRM we have reminds us to send out cupcakes to our clients on their birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a small thing. Our clients get cupcakes on their birthday, and they call me and go, I can't believe you remember my kid's birthday.
Yeah.
Which I did not, for the record. And
no, but I'll
the
tell
system did. And then I'll have people that'll drive by and they'll say their kid will scream out their car like, I know him, that's him, that's the cupcake guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that client 15 years from now, 20 years from now, that kid bought a house with me.
There you go.
Right? His parents, if his parents don't buy a house with me, they're just a-holes because I sent their kid a cupcake. Right.
One simple repetitious gesture. When people text me or when I find out it's their birthday, whether it's through social media or, we're celebrating together, I put it in their contact information and it's saved in my calendar, because the one thing that I do every morning when I wake up, when I look at my calendar, is I see if it's, oh, hey, it's Tim's birthday. I'm going to text him happy birthday, because like you said, it's a small gesture, But it goes a long way because you're like, damn, I haven't spoken to Kevin in 2 years, and here he is wishing me happy birthday. Pays attention to detail.
So I know these things aren't sexy. Retirement, CRMs. We need to know, is that something you want us talking about in the future? That's what this is about. So I thought...
Well, it's a tough talk because, you know, that's the problem with social media these days is the people that all claim to be these subject matter experts of their space, they show the glamour. They show the glitz part. Look at me driving this car. Look at me wearing this suit.
That's not what we're
Brother,
about.
I want to see what you were doing to get there.
Suit. Yeah.
You know, that's the part. Roll up my sleeves and get there, because I think the problem right now is that everybody wants that instant gratification. They don't want to lay the foundation and build the work. But if you do that, that's when the rest does come easy and you can handle the success.
Exactly.
So
I think, is that it for today? That's it?
you know, I mean, I could keep going, but like, it's this part about that, because me being an entrepreneur and, you know, talking with someone that's done it successfully and that has molded and shaped people under him successfully, that people just, they don't want to put in the work anymore, and they don't want that foundation.
But
they go into this thinking,
if you spend time pouring that great foundation, the Bible talks about this all the time.
100%.
If you spend the time putting that foundation and learning how to pour it, you can build a whole lot of houses.
You really can.
You really can.
You really can.
You
And
can
it's-
change people's lives with your systems. You
It's
can make people's
fundamentalist,
lives
man.
better, right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. I talk tough. You know, I mean, that's what I get paid to do here is talk tough. But really, it really is about making people's lives better. And systems do that for people.
They do.
They just do. It's not sexy, but they do it.
And I think on the Vibe Board segment, that really speaks to it is when you have those clients, I call it solution-based sales. And that's really what my approach was in my sales career is I build relationships with my clients by solving one of their pain points, being a trusted advisor, and continuing to provide solutions for them.
You were my first salesperson in commercial real estate with.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
You're
like,
incredible.
if you're a trusted advisor and you can be the guy they call and say, I need to check this off my list, I'm going to put it in Tim's lap because I know it's going to get done.
Right.
And being that type of personality, they're going to forget about it. And a month later down the road, they're going to say, oh yeah, let me call Tim. They're expecting an answer right then, aren't they?
Yeah. They're
And if you have it,
even better. They expect it to be resolved and
correct.
the resolution already being in their inbox. So.
And well, then that's when you remind them that it has. You can say, I didn't want to bother you with it. I got
Just
it over
took
to
care
your
of it.
assistant
Yeah.
and it's handled, you know.
perfect.
So good talk today, man. Thanks for your time. And
Thanks. Stacy was incredible.
It was.
He was so colorful. I love him.
He is a colorful guy.
And I think we had all the bald guys, right-haired bald guys in Houston. In front of the camera.
Is there something going on here? I mean, I don't know. Are we setting a trend? Like, is the next guy going to be bald?
He is.
Oh,
he
jeez.
is. But he also
not
played middle
surprised.
linebacker for LSU, so I wouldn't.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, guys.